Welcome to TechBrothersIT here. In this video, we are going to take a look at views in Lake databases, Azure Synapse Analytics. This notebook explains what views are in Lake databases, how to create them using Spark SQL, and how to query them efficiently using notebook or a serverless SQL pool. So let's go ahead and take a look. So what exactly is the view? A view is a virtual table based on the result of a SQL query. In the Lakehouse database, views do not store data themselves. They reference the underlying table or files. The views are useful for simplifying queries, applying consistent logic, and hiding complexity. Views in Sparks are created using create view or create or replace view syntax. So that's the definition. So here is my database under the Lake database, and you can see that I have different tables. Now think about a scenario where I want to, maybe I have this table per delta underscore products, and I have 3 columns, and I don't want to show the price to the users. So in this case, I will select product ID, product name, and then create a view on top of that. Once I create the view, the person who has permission to the view, he will be only able to see the product ID and product name, as I did not include the price in my select query. So that's how the views work. So it is a great idea to create the views for, especially for those table which has sensitive data, and you don't want to show all the columns such as social security, phone numbers, addresses, and all that, and you want to just show the normal columns without those important columns. You can write that select query and then simply create a view out of it. Also, maybe you want to perform some aggregation, and you don't want to copy paste those queries over and over every time. In those cases, you can write the query with the group bias aggregation and all that, and then create the view on top of it. And then the last thing I will say is security, because you don't want to provide permission on the tables, but you want to create the views and then give permission to some one specific group of users. You can do that as well. So here in this scenario, what we are doing, first of all, we are creating a table called product for the view. Okay, and this is going to be created in my database called the Lake DB demo. That's this database right here under the Lake database. I have product ID, product name, price, and category, and I'm using delta format for this table. You can use different formats such as CSV, Parquet, but I'm going to use delta in this case. Let's execute this, and it should create a new table under our table list. So right here you will see product for view table is created. As of now, it does not have any data, so I'm going to go ahead and insert some data. So insert into that database name dot table name values, and then I provided the values ID, and then other product name, price, and category. Now let's execute. If you see right here, I have selected Spark SQL, and then also I'm using magic commands here. So percentage SQL, that's in telling myself this is SQL command. I don't need that because I already have select SQL here. So let's execute that, and now that should be fine. I'm going to add a new cell here, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to select the data from this table. So I will say select start from, and then that should get me all the results that I just inserted into this table. Okay, so here are our result, and you can see that product ID, product name, price, and category from this table. Now I'm going to go ahead and create a view. So here the view definition will be something like that. So this is a select query, simple select query, and then on top of that you say create or replace view, and then provide the name of the view. In this case, it's going to be electronics underscore view, because I'm using category where it is electronics. You can also take your queries always and run them before you can kind of verify if they are running fine, and they give you the required results. So you can execute something like that, and then once you see you're satisfied with the results, then you can create a view on top. So now I'm going to go ahead and execute this query, and then we are going to go under this database right here, go to the view, and we have a view right here. So you can see our view is here. It shows you the columns that we have selected in this select query, 3 columns. Now we can simply say select star from the database name and then say the view name. So that's going to show us the results. So you will query pretty much exactly the same way you query your SQL table. So no difference between a view and a table when you are querying by using selector. So you can see that now the data is coming from the view and it is only shown as the required column where the category was electronics. Now, so there are some notes here you want to read through. Views in Spark do not support indexing or partitioning. They are recalculated at query time. Views can be queried from a serverless SQL database pool if registered in the Lake database. Use views for reporting logic or reusability in large pipelines. So these are some benefits or advantages, important things to remember. Now you remember, see here, this is a notebook that I have created, and that's how I've been creating the view and then querying the view inside that and using the SQL, but it is connected to my Spark pool right there. So now if I want to go ahead and query this view by using serverless SQL pool, I can do that as well. So I'm in the view. I can go to the right here and then says create a new notebook. No, I don't want to do that. Let me open serverless SQL pool. So here I'm in the develop, then I go here and say new script, and now I'm going to connect with the serverless SQL pool by saying built-in, and here databases, and my database name is LakeDB demo. So if I want to select the data from the view, so let me select go to the develop here, and now if it would be nice if it would just right click here and say like, hey, guess what, it is loading to data frame in the notebook, but I don't want to do that. I want to just have select query. So anyways, I can go ahead and write the query. So I'm going to say select star from, and then lake db demo.dbo.electronics. Okay, so let's execute this and see if it will work. It says invalid object, but I don't think so. It is invalid object. So maybe it's just looking for those parentheses. Let's take a look. Let's execute now. Okay, still says that. So I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to copy this script because I know that this works, and this is my select, and I'm going to bring it back to this, and then maybe we'll make a small changes if we do. Okay, still it says that we cannot query, but I am thinking because I can query. Okay, still it's given me issue, and it is completing with error. Okay, so I can query the table, no problem at all, but the only thing I'm seeing that is a view. So if I will go ahead and copy this view from here, I'm just curious what's wrong here. So we have noticed that I was reading some blogs on the other side, and I noticed that views cannot be queried from the serverless SQL pool, even they are registered in the Lake database. And we have experimented, we tried to query this view, but we could not, because every time we run this, we are getting this error, but we can query the table without any problem. So the tables can be queried from the serverless SQL pool if they are in a specific format such as Delta, CSV, text, or Parquet, but the views cannot be queried if they are in the Lake database, and then you try to query by using serverless SQL pool. So I thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.